All right. So I'm here today with Kealan Bailey, one of the founders of Rumble Boxing, also one of the trainers there as well. How you doing today, Kealan?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming on.
My
Um,
pleasure.
so why don't we get right into it? So I know you're a former Muay Thai champ, former competitive equestrian rider. So how did this connection with Rumble Boxing come about?
So I was always an athlete, always, obviously, a little bit from my bio. Yeah, I rode horses as a young woman, as a child, and then got into Muay Thai, kind of in university, and was always in fitness, and that was my passion. But I started my career as an interior designer. So I made a little bit of a switch there, as I'm sure many of us do along the way. Started my career as an interior designer and did that for a number of years. And then it was just kind of a series of events that happened. My husband now, but my fiance at the time was always involved in fitness, and that was his business. And so I started getting really excited about ways that I could help him build his fitness business, and started to get really passionate about that, and actually quit design work and committed 100% to working in fitness with him. And then we were introduced to Cece Chen, who's the owner at Rumble. We were introduced through a mutual acquaintance. And she had this incredible vision for a business that was unlike anything we had in Calgary at the time, bringing together the fight club and the nightclub, and this incredible energy of excitement and intensity in an approachable way. And I just fell in love with the vision. I just was like, this is what I want to do. And she was in the position of just assembling her team to build the business out. And I had a fantastic flagship space on 17th Ave and was putting that together. And so we were connected, and my husband and I had the skills of the boxing and the Muay Thai, and the fitness side of things, and she had the business vision. And we got together with a few other founding people from the group, and we built this thing. So it's been an incredible journey over the last 5 years. And there's a small group of us that have been with it since day one, and we're so proud of what we've created, and I think the community that we've created really speaks for itself. You were talking before we started officially recording about connect and community, and your vision for building community. And I think that's something that at Rumble, especially now during this time, when you're busy and you're growing your business. We just are ready to open our third location, which is in Vancouver. So we're just waiting to get the green light to open that right now. But the thing that's really struck me the most about this challenging time has been the community that we've created, and how that community has come together. It's incredible. Our staff and our clients, we call it our Rumble tribe. And it's been incredible to see people supporting each other, to see people staying engaged with us as a business and with their fellow clients and staff and tribe members. And it's been amazing to see.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme with a lot of small businesses or businesses in general that I've talked to, just the outpouring of support that they've received from Calgarians.
Yeah, it's been incredible and heartwarming. One of the things that we were so touched by, some of our clients started just putting little love notes on our studio door at 17th Ave about how much they missed the space and the community and the tribe. And it was incredible to just, something totally heartfelt and without any kind of reciprocation. It was just an act of support, and it was incredible.
That's amazing. So let's take it back a little bit. You mentioned Fight Club meets nightclub. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something that I've heard a couple different times, but not necessarily associated with boxing or boxing gym.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, when I think of a boxing gym, I think of Rocky. I think of, grungy and gritty and trying to grind it out. So maybe you can explain to me exactly what this Fight Club meets nightclub is exactly.
Yeah, of course. And you're exactly right. That's, I think, the majority of people, when they think about boxing, they think about, oh, I have to be tough. I have to get punched in the face. I'm going to smell bad. And I have to go to a basement and like be dirty and whatever. And I think that's a really common perception of boxing and of martial arts. And that's something that we really wanted to turn on its head when we were creating Rumble, is the idea that boxing is for everyone. It doesn't have to be for the physically elite or for the incredibly tough, that just go in there and take shots to the face. That's not what it's about for us. And it's not what it's about at Rumble. At Rumble, it's about, we call it badass therapy. So you get to go in there and you smash the shit out of a heavy bag, or you work with a personal trainer and you feel like a badass. You feel like, you worked as hard as you needed to work, and you feel amazing. But you don't have to go to a basement and get punched in the face to feel that way. You can get that on your own terms.
Yeah.
So when you have the opportunity to go into a space that is approachable, it's beautiful, the staff and the other clients are approachable and have created a community there. We're really welcoming for all fitness levels and for all kind of walks of life and all of that. And that's a huge part of what we do, is we bring that badass therapy that people need. I think there's something with boxing that's intimidating, but there's something that's so empowering and so powerful about the feeling of, just like smashing the shit out of a bag or whatever that is. I don't know if I can swear, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine.
That feels really good. So that's the one element. And then the Fight Club meets nightclub element is the idea. The other part of our brand promise is about fun. So we say badass therapy and badass fun. So you want to feel like a badass, but you want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's an escape for a lot of us. It's the 150-minute chunk of our day or an hour of our day that we take for ourselves. And you want to have fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, I certainly, especially in this time, you're not going to the club, you're not doing that thing, right? And I feel like I'm a little old for that anyway. But what we do is we give people that maybe don't identify with a nightclub experience, or don't necessarily want that like unhealthy, quote unquote, experience in their lives, or they used to enjoy the music and the vibe, but that's not something that fits into their lifestyle anymore in that sense. But you can still get that in a fun, healthy, productive way. You can listen to awesome music. You can be inspired by, having hot people around you or other excited people around you. It's dark. It gives you an opportunity to focus. So it's a really powerful experience. It's an incredible experience.
Yeah, it looks like it. I've personally never been to Rumble before. I've only seen pictures and videos, and the aesthetics, like it looks so different and looks really nice with all the lights, the kind of dark theme that you guys have going on.
Yeah, it's definitely a vibe, and the vibe really helps to create that fun atmosphere, which is so critical. Fitness for a lot of people isn't fun. It's like, oh my God, I have to go and, I'm working towards these goals, and it's not fun. But what we've done is really broken down a lot of those barriers around the intimidation factor of boxing, and also the grind element of fitness. You get to go in there, listen to the music, and have fun. And then there's also the element that I mentioned earlier of the badass therapy, where there is something that's really special and really almost feels magical about hitting a bag, because you have the opportunity to release so much that you might not even know you're carrying. A lot of people, they have the opportunity to release a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of stress, a lot of other more negative emotions that we tend to hold on to. That bag is a really great way to just let that go.
Let it all go. Yeah. So you guys cater to all skill levels?
We sure do. Yeah, we sure do.
Okay, cool. So take me through, so what would it be like? So my first time at Rumble Boxing, what could I expect?
So obviously right now, we're shut down due to the situation. So your first experience might be more of like a virtual experience, an online experience.
Okay.
Which we can talk about. But typically when the studio's running and it was your first time, you would book online, you would come in, meet with our staff, we'd get you set up with your equipment that you need. You might need some help wrapping your hands. We would do that for you or with you.
Nice.
And then you would have the opportunity to see the tribe around you. There's that busy, buzzing energy from the other people that are coming and going from class. Then you jump into class, and your motivator is the person who's leading each class. And they always take a few moments at the beginning to just walk through the 6 punches and the 2 defensive moves. So those are your boxing fundamentals. We go through those at the start of every class to give anyone who's a newcomer or maybe needs a refresher the opportunity to get up to speed and just get their basics and their safety down.
Yeah.
And then the lights go down, the music goes up, and it's you in the bag for 50 minutes.
Yeah. So just to be clear, just to make sure, if I was, let's say, training to be an amateur fighter or a professional fighter, it wouldn't be Rumble Boxing that I would go to. It's more for physical fitness and more of a workout than actual training for some sort of fight or sparring.
Yeah, so we're non-contact.
Okay.
So you're hitting the bag, or you're working with a personal trainer, hitting pads or doing more technical work.
Yeah.
So we do offer an extensive technical program through our personal training.
Yeah.
But our target demographic is certainly not professional fighters or something like that by any means. The majority of our clients are looking to boxing for fitness, for fun, and for community.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it seems like that's becoming more and more popular. I know there's a couple other gyms that have opened up that are trying to incorporate more fun into fitness and incorporate more interval training. Do you find that that's a better training style or training technique than the typical go to the gym, lift weights, run on the treadmill a little bit?
It's all about people's goals and all about what they're looking to achieve. I find that group fitness is really powerful for a lot of our clientele because of, as I was mentioning earlier, because of the community factor. There's that sense of being part of something. There's the sense that people know you, and there's a level of accountability in that. And then also a connection to your motivators and the people leading your classes and that work in the studio, again, as a sense of community and a sense of accountability. There's benefits to all types of training, and people will see those benefits with focused training. You'll see benefits with whatever you're doing, but what we really believe in is the group energy, the group vibe, and the power that comes from that. And I find that it tends to land with many more people. There's definitely going to be the people that want to just put their headphones on and go to the big box gym and grind it out. But even those people, we find they still like to come and do a Rumble class. Maybe they don't come every day, but they might come once a week for that element of fun.
I see. So that's kind of the idea behind the whole Rumble tribe, Rumble community, that a collective can achieve more than an individual.
Yeah, there's the group energy, as I said, and there's the power of accountability and the power of community. I think those are all really powerful motivators for individuals, especially during these times where we're in an interesting time right now. Before the whole world shut down, there was definitely a sense of disconnect, I think, from a lot of people, feeling like, they spend a lot of time on their phones, and there's that sense of disconnect. So coming to a studio where they're known, where they're recognized, where they feel like part of something is a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
And then I think now we're seeing similar, but maybe that's shifting more online as opposed to, since people can't physically come together.
Yeah. So let's get into that a little bit. Let's talk about some of the strategies you guys have implemented to adapt to this current situation and keep your clients still engaged, involved, keep them in shape as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I said, it all comes down to that community element. So obviously social media has been huge for us. And again, the fun factor for us is so important. So bringing that, that element of just not taking it too seriously and having some fun. And then we launched our Rumble Boxer Body is what we call it, which is a online virtual class subscription.
Okay.
So that's a way for our community to stay connected and to stay involved. So we have that. But what we've also done is put out a ton of free content for people through our IGTV, through our Instagram Live. We have instructors that go live a few times throughout the week and just do free classes for people. And then IGTV as well. And then for people that want like that more regular, consistent content, we have our Boxer Body platform.
Nice.
Where they can subscribe and watch on demand.
And how's the reception to those two been so far?
It's been fantastic. Yeah, it's been really good. We're incredibly excited about the product. And I think the exciting thing for us is that it offers us an opportunity to continue that in the world post shutdown.
Yeah.
I think we all know that the world is going to be a different place at the other side of this.
Yeah.
So we're excited to be joining that online community in ways that we never thought about, right?
Yeah, I might have to join that online community because I've definitely been slacking over this period. And
you're not alone.
Yeah, I know. I told myself I wouldn't do it. I told myself I wouldn't just eat sweets and desserts, but I've fallen for that trap one too many times.
Yeah, and time flies, right? I was chatting with my team on Monday, I guess, about this, that like we're 8 weeks in. It's crazy.
Already.
Yeah.
So let's talk about returning. Have you guys heard anything about regulations loosening? And do you guys have any precautions or safety measures in place for when you do return? Let's say extra sanitizer bottles or hand wipes. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, so we've done a detailed plan to reopen. We're ready to go as soon as we have the green light and the go ahead from the authorities to reopen. We're ready to go. We're planning to adhere to all government guidance ensuring safety. So that could include everything from potentially smaller class sizes to, as you mentioned, some of the things that we have certainly planned to put in place more stringent guidelines around cleaning and sanitation and health screening and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But we're definitely planned, and we've positioned ourselves to be ready to open as soon as it's deemed safe.
Yeah, awesome.
So now we just wait.
Awesome. So you mentioned earlier that you guys are looking to open a new location in Vancouver, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how have you guys been able to grow so quickly as a business? Because I know you guys have only been around for a short amount of time, 5 years, I believe.
Yeah.
What are some of the reasons you believe has led to your successes so far?
Yeah, you're right. We opened in November of 2016. So yeah, just coming up on 5 years that we've been open. And yeah, we have our flagship location on 17th Ave here in Calgary. And then we have a second location in Country Hills in Calgary as well. And then our Vancouver location was just finishing construction around the time that that our lockdown was instituted here in Canada. So that one is ready to go. Our team is ready to go out there. We're just waiting on the green light there. So I think, you asked about how we've been able to expand so quickly and
grow as a business. Because I mean, you guys have 25K followers on Instagram, and I know it takes more than just nice pictures to do that. So you guys must have some sort of secret sauce, secret recipe that you're applying to get this, exponential growth.
I think the key is that while on paper we are a small business, we don't think of ourselves as a small business, and we don't operate like a small business. We really have run since day one with visions of growth and with visions of being a much larger entity than we might be now. Right now, we're a Western Canadian brand, but we've always behaved as a brand like a national brand, if not an international brand. We have our sights set on that growth, and we've always acted in that way. We've always acted with intention. We never, we didn't open our doors and go, we might open another location one day. We'll kind of see how it goes and go from there. It was always, no, we're going to open and we're going to blow the roof off this thing, and we're growing. We've always had that goal in mind, and we continue to have that goal in mind, which is a big part of why we've used the last 2 months to be prepared and to be ready to go. We haven't been chilling out and waiting to see what happens. And that's always been our mentality. And that comes down from our leadership team. We have an incredibly strong entrepreneurial owner who has a very clear vision for the brand. And we have an incredible team of people who have worked so hard over the last 5 years to see this through, and who continue to work so hard, who are really bought in with the vision. I think that is, a vision is only as powerful as the people that are on the ground and doing the work to execute that vision.
Definitely.
And so we are fortunate enough to have both. We have a clear vision, and the team that we've built is motivated, and they see the vision clearly. We see the vision clearly, and we are, we're going for it.
Yeah, that's some great advice right there. Always think big, I guess, no matter how small you are. If you think small, you'll remain small. If you think big, you just might make it there.
Yeah. And I think it's being realistic about setting the steps along the way. I think there's something about, there's a difference between dreaming and between having tangible goals and an execution plan to see that through.
Yeah. Awesome. So you guys have expanded to Vancouver, and you plan on expanding nationally, you said?
Yeah, we're definitely, that's our vision, is to continue growing, to continue adding locations, and to continue building the brand for sure.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to see your guys' continuous growth. And once everything settles down, I'm excited to check out one of your badass fun classes.
That's awesome. Yeah. In the meantime, check out some Boxer Body, get your fundamentals down, and then I think you'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not going to guarantee that I will do some online workouts, because I've made that mistake before, but we'll see. Yeah, just wondering, do you have any words for the city, any words of encouragement, words for the nation, just to uplift people's spirits a little bit?
I think the biggest thing for us is that, this is going to pass. It's a tough time. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about how, this is winter. This is a winter season, but spring always comes. And I just love that. I thought that was so powerful for the time of year, but also just for the season that we're going through as a culture and as a, global community. It's hard, but it's going to pass. Yeah. And I think if there's anything that I've seen, it's the collective strength of our community here in Calgary, in Canada, and globally. I think our community is incredibly strong, and I'm completely confident that we're going to get through this together, and we're going to come out stronger and better on the other side.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more with you. All right. Thanks a lot for coming on, Kealan. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. And I hope to see you in the studio once all this ends.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. Take care.
Cheers. Bye now.